Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you with another special segment here on Player Profile. It's East Liverpool's very own Kyia White. She has, if you go on Max Preps and you look up all the statistics, Kyia is basically leading the country in everything. And she's doing it from little old East Liverpool, Ohio. Kyia, welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's good to have you on. Obviously, someone who does a lot more with her actions on the court than she does talking, but we'll get you figured
Yeah.
out when it comes down to it. When it when you looked at this situation, we talked a little bit offline. You had a tough end of your season. You fractured your ankle as a freshman, and you were really rewriting the record books as a freshman for the Lady Potters. What was the treatment like in getting back on the floor?
Um, it was hard. It's not what anybody wants to do. It's hard to sit on the sideline and just watch everybody else play, especially being that's the only sport I do. But the treatment was it was a speedy recovery like we hoped. So I'm just glad we didn't rush it and I was back in time for to play in the last final 4 or 5 games that I got to play in rather than none.
Yeah, when you look at, I mean, your numbers this year are eye popping. I mean, you 132 kills in 9 games, something like that. I mean, this is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Talk to me about personal goals that you have for yourself this year, and then maybe some team goals after that.
I have a couple personal goals. I definitely would like to keep my service errors at the minimum, as low as I can keep them. Um, any error that's just try to keep them as minimal as possible. I mean, obviously they're going to happen, but don't really want a ton of them. I definitely want to at least hit 200 kills, if not more. And then as a team, I just want to keep playing and make it as far as we can make it together and healthy.
So when you look at, you're talking about service errors first. You have two service errors, and that's probably driving you bananas to this
Well,
point, at least recorded.
yes, not my favorite, especially when we have the momentum going and, bam, service error. It's pretty bad.
But you're serving at a clip of 97.6% for serving. I mean, I don't care what sport it is. That's unbelievable efficiency, young lady.
Thank you.
All right, you also have a new coach this year. Let's talk about Mr. McKinstry, the all-time leading coach in the state of Ohio for volleyball. I'm sure he's brought a thing or two to put on your plate in the way of just making yourself better as a better player, better positioning on the floor, having that in your back pocket. The amount of games that he's coached, that's got to be nice for you to be able to lean on his tutelage.
Yes, it's definitely nice having him in there, having him know what's going on, and he's very respectful and understanding. And it obviously takes time stepping as a new coach, knowing like the other girls had different coaches all year, all high school. So just them adjusting as well as I think we adjusted to him and listening to what he has to say because he obviously knows what's going on. So it's really nice having him in there. And he wants to win just as much as we do. So,
So let's talk about off the floor a little bit. Just a sophomore, and you've already been so fun to watch take the floor. Talk to me about knowing what you know about being an East Liverpool Potter and the program that's rich in tradition, in history, in winning. Is it nice to be kind of part of that program now and be able to know some of the names that marched through there at one time or another?
yes, it is. It's really nice being a Potter. They're all very supportive and, always hoping for the best.
Talk to me about that. There was a very special. I mean, it's always a very special game when East Liverpool and Beaver local get together. That place was jam packed, and it was jumping. It felt like it was a playoff game. It felt like it could have been a state championship. One play in particular, one point in particular, stands out to me, and it was the 2 minute and 10 second rally that happened. What was it like to be part of that and kind of take it in on the floor?
It was very exciting. It was something that, I mean, many obviously want to experience. Like, that was really long, really big per se, since it was, our rival team. So neither one of us wanted to lose that point. So it was intense, to say.
And unfortunately, you lost the match, but you won that point. So everybody was all excited because East Liverpool won the point. It went viral around. Is it nice to see, getting your teammates and yourself getting credit for stuff like that it just doesn't happen every day. Anybody can go out and win a match, but to be able to go, and you said that's your rival. That is your number one rival, and you two teams put it together for over 2 minutes. I think somebody said 93 touches or something around there. That's a special moment. There's not many of those in someone's career, if any.
It was really good. Just the intensity of the play was crazy, because it was like neither one of us wanted to lose the point. So I feel like with that, having the momentum and the energy we have, just when we're playing Beaver Local in general, there's always so much energy, so many people. So it's always like the game of, I don't want to be the reason we don't get the point. So we're all.
I get it. Yeah, absolutely. It has to. I mean, there's a certain pressure that comes along with it, even in a team sport. Baseball. People talk about football being the ultimate team sport, baseball being one of the ultimate individual sports because it's you versus a pitcher. Volleyball is kind of the weirdest mix because yes, it is a team sport, and usually it takes 3 hits to get it over. But at the same token, I feel like everybody's always watching you. You know what I mean? If either you're going up for the kill or you're going up for whatever, or you're doing a pass, everybody's always got their eyes on you.
Yeah, it's very eye-opening to many, because it's always, I feel like as you're on the court, you're the one that never wants to make a mistake, because then it's always eyes on you, like, oh, I missed a pass, or, oh, that was not a good set. But I feel like as a team that our girls are pretty supportive, and I feel like we always are like, oh, it's okay, shake it off, like, we'll get the next one. And I feel like most of that is part of Dan. Like, he always pushes us to be supportive of each other, and that was the last game, that was the last point, we just need to go out and get this one.
All right, talk to me about how did you get started in volleyball?
I started playing volleyball when I was 9. I started playing at the Y, and then when I was 10, I started playing club ball.
Okay, and you're still playing club ball, correct?
Yes.
What's the difference between club ball and where you're at right now and playing for school?
High school ball, it's fun. It's to be with people. You have the student section and all the families and your parents and the kids, and it's intense, but club ball is more traveling, and it's more tournament like you have competition, and and then it's also more for college coaches to seek and pull girls for travel and see where they're coming from.
So off the court question, being a Potter, what's your favorite subject in school right
now? I don't know. I have weaving. It's pretty fun.
Like weaving?
Yeah, like basket weaving.
All right. That's an actual class?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I've always heard it being talked about colleges. Oh, you're taking basket weaving. That's a legitimate class. I dig it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun.
Have you woven a basket yet?
No, we actually haven't woven a basket, but we're working on one right now.
I love it. All right, favorite teacher that you've had so far in your journey at East Liverpool?
I'm not sure.
You could throw out more than one. If there's two, we'll accept that too.
My freshman math teacher, Miss Adrian, she was really nice. I liked her.
What made her so special?
She was really lenient, and she was into sports, and she actually explained things, and it was really easy just to comprehend things in our class.
What's your favorite part about this year's team?
My favorite part about this year's team is probably that we're all loud. I really like that, but we're all supportive. It's never bad, bashing each other. It's okay, you messed up, but it's okay. We'll get this next one. Just shake it off.
When you score a point, when your team scores a point, your face is priceless. I mean, it's just a natural joy that I've never seen, and you are just so happy in that moment. It makes me love sports even more. So, I mean, what is it about when you score a point that makes you just over the top excited? You get everybody into the game. I'm a listen, I love announcing volleyball. But when you do that, you get me amped up. I'm ready to call out shots.
Just being there, honestly, just playing point by point, especially if we're down and we have a teammate get a kill or a service ace. Like, it's just it's great.
Who is your role model on the floor? Somebody you look up to from a volleyball perspective that makes you want to get better on the floor.
Catherine Plummer.
Okay. Why?
She was always positive. You never really heard anything about her, and then, like, bam, it was just, she was there. You know, it was always about her then.
And who are your role models off the floor?
Definitely my parents and my grandparents and all my family and friends that are just there to support me and push to make me better. My coaches, just anyone that wants to make me better, help me get better, support me through it, just anything like that.
All right, and finally, the last question I have for you. If someone wants to know who the real Kyia White is and what to expect and what legacy she wants to leave, what is that, Kyia?
No, I'm not really sure yet. I'm a sophomore, and I'm just still trying to go with the flow and see where it takes me. But I definitely want to at least break some records at the high school and then go from there.
There she is. She's young. She's a sophomore, but she is fun to watch, and watch you will right here on YSN. Kyia, thanks for joining us today.